Oh, it's a good job YouTube doesn't do smelly vision. I don't know what that is it's transporting, but it's not pleasant. Good afternoon, YouTubes. Car and Bike here again. Oh, I hate this road. It should be a great road. It's a little twisty thing. I mean, they're not fast twisties, but a little twisty thing. It's a bit fun in theory, but some car drivers treat it as a racetrack and take the racing line. So you go around these tight little bends on the inside, and people do sometimes come across and try and knock you off. So I'm pleased when I get to the end of it I can now go through the Westwood. I just thought I'd come to the Westwood just to give you a little story. I mentioned that I had tinnitus in an earlier video, caused by too much rock music and heavy metal music in my youth. And O2 Big Kev said he had it as well, and reminded me of a little story when I first found out I had tinnitus. I'd been to a concert recently. I say concert is the wrong word. It was a private thing. Some people I know organise concerts and bands and what have you, and days out for bikers, and they'd put a concert on, and I think it was the straw that broke the camel's back rather than anything. I think I'd always had a bit of tinnitus, but this one really finished it off for me, because I was sat quite close to the band, and it was a very small room, and it was incredibly loud, far too loud really. Anyway, went to this band and came home, and a few days later I was just sat watching the TV, and it got to a quiet bit in the programme, and I could hear a humming really low, just constant. I thought, oh, there's something wrong with the telly, and we'd only just got the new TV as well, which was a bit, you know, is there something wrong with this? Are we going to be taking it back? So I turned the TV off just to see if it was that, and the humming carried on. I thought, oh, it's not the TV, is it something else? And we started having a look around the house for various things that it could be. So, you know, was it the fridge? Quick switch off the fridge? No, it's not that. Is it the heating? The heating was on. Is that humming? Switch it off? No, it's not that. Is it something outside? So I went and stood outside. I could still hear the humming. So, is it something outside? Or I don't know what's going on here. But I wasn't quite sure if I could hear it or not, because it was quite noisy. We live quite near a major road, so I wasn't really sure whether it was that or not. So I said, well, shall we nip out and go and find somewhere quiet, somewhere absolutely hopefully silent, where I can find out once and for all, is this humming something in the house, or is it something in my head? And Mrs. Calm said, okay. Now the quietest place to come to around here is here, Beverley Westwood. I've shown you it a few times now. So we got in the car and we headed out to Beverley Westwood, and ooh, I'm off-roading. And we came down. Now it wasn't to this bit. This bit's not too bad. It was to another bit a bit lower down the Westwood, where it's really muddy, and I hadn't really thought about that at the time. So I came out to the Westwood, pulled off the road onto the side where it was muddy, turned off the engine, gave a few seconds for my hearing to adjust. I said I can still hear it. And at that point, obviously I knew something was wrong, and later on we found out just tinnitus, nothing serious. Now, I said nothing serious. Bloody hell. I don't know if you could hear that then. I actually nearly got blown off my bike then. That was just the wind coming across suddenly. How very strange. So yeah. So So, well, we best get off home then. It was when they were first showing a comedy series. It was a Steve Coogan one, Saxondale, and I wanted to get home and see it. So, switched the car back on, tried to drive away, and the car just buried itself. It was just at the side of the road. I mean, you can kind of see the mud here. It's much deeper down at the other end. I suppose I should go down there and show you it, really. And the car buried itself. Went about 3 or 4 inches down. It was just on normal tyres. It was a Renault Megane. Nothing with big knobbly tyres or anything like that to get it off the mud. So it buried itself, and we were stuck. Trying different things, taking the car mats out, putting them under the front wheels to see if that would give us a bit of grip, but that wouldn't work. I just muddied up the car mats and threw them across the road. Couldn't push it, it was absolutely firm stuck. Pitch black it was as well. It was a wintry time. It was about probably 7:45, something like that, maybe a little bit later, and we were sat there for about half an hour before we were lucky enough to have a guy come past, and we flagged him down and said, any chance of a tow? He said, well, I don't have a tow rope, but I do have a friend with a 4x4. And he went off and called his friend. His friend turned up in what looked like Lara Croft's Jeep, and he yanked us out of there with no problem at all, and got us free, which was really good of him. And it occurred to us afterwards that at night time here, now back in when this happened, you didn't have this term of dogging, and I'm not sure if this area is used for dogging. If you don't know what dogging is, then you're a lovely innocent soul, don't look it up. But it is used by amorous couples who have a car but no private place to stay. And it occurred to us afterwards, what did he think we were there for? And can you imagine us trying to explain it? Yeah, no, I think I might have tinnitus. So I've come here to listen for noise. And it was around here. You can see it's all kind of grassy and what have you. If you've ever been to Beverley, you'll know this is the place where people come to buy an ice cream, as well as sort out their amorousness and tinnitus, it turns out. So yeah, we got stuck kind of down in an area like that. Oh dear. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you in on that little funny story. Thanks for watching, YouTubers. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.